Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevo Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. All those that are invisible are filled by Brahman. All those that are visible are also fully permeated by Brahman. The whole universe has come out of the whole Brahman. Brahman is still full, although the whole universe has come out of it. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are reading Śvetāśvatara Upanishad, and we will be reading today verse number 12. The other day we just touched this 12 verse overall, and we will go into details today. So in the 11th verse we have read, Gyatva Devam, knowing or experiencing about that Devam, that Supreme Lord, Sarvadevananda, all these shackles of bondage becomes attenuated. And Kshinoi Klesoi, when the klesas, 5 klesas are there, and according to Patanjali, Avidya, ego, avidya, asmita. Avidya is ignorance, asmita is ego, raga is attachment, dvesa is aversion, and last one is clingingness, which is called abhinivesha, holding on. So Patanjali has found out this is the cause of our all suffering. These are all pain-bearing obstacles. Kles means this is not giving liberation or anything, rather it does it bears pain. And these are obstacles to samadhi, or obstacles to realization of our real nature. So Gyatva, but knowing this, Devam, this divine entity, this Parameshwar, this supreme reality, Sarva Pasha Pahani, all this pasha, the bondage, shackles of bondage. What are the shackles of bondage? Again, 5, as I mentioned. The ignorance, ego, attachment, aversion and clingingness. When it will be attenuated, knowing will make it attenuate, and when it will be attenuated, Janma Mrityu Prahani. Janma, birth, Mrityu, death, Prahani. This root cause of our birth and death has uprooted, so there will be no more. It happens if there is some affected place where we have cancer, doctors cut out that part. So there is no source at all to spread that cancer to other area. Similarly, this world in which we are tormented, we are suffering, that is the world of the 5 klesas they bring into due to ignorance. So when that root, what is that root? By knowing that Parameshwara, the Supreme Self, when you know the Supreme Self, then all these 5 klesas, they get attenuated, and become a point when it is become annihilated. When it happens, total destruction of the cause of our birth and suffering will happen. And then what will happen? No more birth, no more suffering, because the root is gone. It is called the plant with the root, uprooted. Tasya abhidhyanat. Now, abhidhyana means meditation, one-pointed, one-focused meditation, one-pointed meditation on this Parameshwar, the Supreme Self. What happened? When deho bhede, when this body will drop, the soul then will be tritium. Tritium means it may attain the wealth and prosperity and all this beautiful magical power, which is called the power. It's called the yogic power. All this can come back to him if he wants. And after enjoying all this extraordinary power, miraculous power in his control, then he will apta kamaha. At the end, he will be merging into the absolute Brahman. Because it is a path of meditation, that's why Vedanta will say they get straight to, here is a path, this path dictated here is the path of contemplation. Contemplation of the Supreme Self. Jivatman will contemplate on the Supreme Self, Paramatman. And as a result, gradually, all the 5 obstacles which is barring our identity with the Divine will be cut asunder. As a result, the birth and death, cycle of birth and death, they will also be gone. And as a result, the tritium means the magical powers, what you call the key, or what is called the Shakti. But it is the powers. Power means this power of becoming light, becoming heavy, becoming power of creation, power of all this absolute strength, highest power comes under his control. He can enjoy that for some time and continuously thinking of the Parameshwar, then he merges into the Parameshwar, then no more birth and death. That was the last verse we read. Today we are reading that etaj geyam, bolo, etaj geyam nityam evo atma sangastham, nityam eva atma sangastham, nata param veditavyam hikinchit, veditavyam hikinchit, bhokta bhogyang preritarancha matva sarvang proktam trividhang brahmametat etaj geyam nityam eva atma sangastham nata param veditavyam hikinchit bhokta bhogyam preritarancha matva sarvam proktam trividham brahmametat. Okay. Etaj geyam. Etaj means knowing this. Geyam, knowing this, experiencing this. What is the thing? Bhokta bhogyam preritarancha. Bhokta means who is enjoying, the soul, who is enjoying the rupa rasa, the object of the sight, the object of the sound, object of the tongue, object of the skin, all these 5 senses and their objects, and enjoying them. The soul who enjoys that bhokta, that means individual soul, it's called the jiva. And bhoggam, the objects which we enjoy. There is soul, we enjoy everything, no? You see the beauty of the nature through your eyes, you hear the music in your ear, you see and you smell fragrance through your nose, your skin, you touch soft, cold, hot, or hot or cold or soft or hard. And also your tongue, you taste food. So all the objective world of bhogam, which are we enjoying, preritaram. And who is the indweller? Who is the behind all this objective universe? And you, the subject, who is there? It is the Supreme Self, Parameshwar, that conscious entity which all were. These three have been proktam. Proktam means has been said. It has been said. Said by whom? The sages, the saints, the realized people. And they have said, etat proktam, etat sarvam brahman. They have said, these are all three, nothing but Brahman. What are the three? What are the three? Just now I said. Just who is the bhokta, the soul, bhogam, the object of the senses, and preritaram, who guides your mind, who guides your eyes to look into the object, who is there inside, inspiring you to hear something, your tongue, to eat something. So prerita. Prerita means who is the giving inspiration to forcing you, your eyes to fall. The Kena Upanishad said, Kene sitang presitang patati manaha. Why my mind is forced by whom? Who dictates my mind? I am helpless to see things, to hear. Why I have no control over mind? Who? Because he is prerita, is the consciousness behind, which is called Parameshwar here. So, and now knowing these three, jiva, individual soul, the objective universe of enjoyment, or the five senses, objects of the five senses, and the prerita, who is inspiring us to connect with this objective universe, knowing these three as one. That means this is also Brahman, this is also Brahman, and who is Prerana, this is also Brahman. Knowing this, Nityam etat sarvam matva, that Nityam and one, not only knowing this knowing will be half knowing. But etat nityam, this consciousness which is the common ground of all this visible universe, the perception, person of soul, and the inspirer who is God, we can say, the Parameshwar, they are all the time Atma Sangastham. They feel that, yeah, it is in me. In me is that reality which pervades in the cosmic universe, who is in me as enjoyer, the object of enjoyment, and the inspiration who is inspiring me to go for these objects. These three are one. And that one is within me. If he knows, then not atapparam, after that, veditavyam kimchit na. Nothing remains to be known in the world. That is the teaching of the Vedas. Knowing him, you don't have to know anything else. That was the very fundamental question in the Upanishad. Kasminnu bhagava vigyate sarvamidam vigyatang bhavati iti. What is that? Could you say, sir? The student asked the teacher, can you say, Kasminnu bhagava, hey Bhagavan, hey Guru, hey teacher, could you tell me, Kasminnu bhagava, vigyate, knowing, experiencing, sarvamidam vigyatang bhavati. Every knowledge, everything is be known. Is there anything? And that is this one. Sarvam proktam, veditavyam, kinchit no. There is nothing to be known. That's why a Brahmagyani, a knower of the truth, they have no interest in anything of the universe. because it is so little, the petty knowledge of the senses, or what we call the exterior science, is so little in comparison to the vast wisdom what is inside. So they are not interested in anything. So this is the highest achievement of life. A beautiful verse giving here the idea that you have to know that. Only that. And how to know? First of all, we don't know anything. Here this sadhana, spiritual practice is, who is in me enjoying? What are the objects we are enjoying? Two. And why these two are connected? There is one thing, I am another. Why I connect with it? Who forces or gives impulse to my mind to run for the objective universe? So these three are only one. First of all, this is to be known. Gyan Gyo Gata. Dhyana Dhyo Dhata. Meditator, the object of meditation, and the inspiration which is connecting this, instrumentality, these are all one. First that knowledge. That will not sufficient. After knowing that, we have to know that reality is in me. Atma Sangastam. Atmastha. Sangastam means Sammak Rupena Sthita. Perfectly established in me. In me is that reality which is the objective universe, which is the perceptual perception and the perceptor. The three all mingle together, and everything mingle together into oneness. And knowing that, you are perfected, so you need not have to know anything. And there is nothing remains for you to know. So this is therefore, it is very important verse here, that what is most important to know, that etas geyam nityameva atma sangastam. Knowing this as it is in me. That's why we meditate. Our teachers teach us that to meditate God here. No? In the Hrit atma sangastam. In me is that reality. That is very important. That means the realization of God or Brahman is the liberation. But the question will be, how shall I know that God? Can you worship in gods, in the forms of the gods and goddesses, in divine images? And also one can see in the objective universe everywhere. Should we search him outside only? Or should we search him inside only? So when to find? These are the questions Swami has come into the heart. But here the simple response is that this individual soul, this world and God, the three are only one, that is my Atman, and is remaining as Antarjamin, the inner controller of my heart. And you have to meditate on that continuously. How? Following the path instructed by the teachers. The Upanishadic teachers, they have directed us. This is the way we are learning here to meditate. Then only we can know Brahman in the perfect way. And if I know inside and outside, then that experience will be continuous. Otherwise, Thakur said, very simple word, Chok bujlei tini achen, chok khullei tini nahi. Only God is there when you close your eyes and you see it is here, or feel something. And you open up, it is, oh my God, it is a different world, it is jada. Is this, with the eyes open, it is different, and only God is there when you close your eyes, not when you open your eyes. That means seeing the same reality with eyes open and eyes closed. That is the end of spiritual sadhana. That's why there will be, and in this practice, this is a practice. This is the state to be attained. And this is also our practice. Why? You every day meditate, try to see here, with your eyes open, whatever the objective universe you see, it is the same reality, same consciousness, same. People say, it's Ma, the whole world is Mother's world, Mother everywhere. Someone say it is Rama, Rama, Rama. Someone will say it is Krishna, Krishna. The same consciousness, what is in me, with eyes open I see, And who is inspiring me to connect this, to see this? It is also the same consciousness, same Krishna. So, to see the same reality, so that this is a practice, it will be then uninterrupted connection with God. Otherwise, how long one can get time to meditate? And how much capacity we have to meditate? After some time, if we do too much, our brain will be heated. And if it gets too much heated, then we have to go to psychiatrist. Too much meditation is not good. Those who do sudden too much meditation and it feel that I am feeling very good, but they come back with serious problems. Yeah, it is very natural because our mind is not equipped to take such impact of such deep meditation. So it needs long time. How to do that? This Upanishad is giving us that you will have uninterrupted meditation. While closing your eyes, feel the presence, that same reality. With eyes open, you try to feel the same thing. And feel who is experiencing through what media, that is also the same. That means seeing the oneness. And in the world, what is there to be known excepting God? And God is everything. There is nothing minus God. We don't see God, that's our ignorance. That's why the Gita says, Ya nisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagarti sanjami jasyam jagrati bhutani sha nisha pasyato mune. Muni, the sages, munis, the sages, see that as the reality in which we are blind. God is everywhere, we are blind about that. We see the material world and material objective universe, no? And the seers of truth see God and no matter. Ramakrishna said, I see the door sill, the floor, the mat, everything is permeated with one consciousness. And we see it is door, God is nowhere. Even in the temple, God is not here. Even in me, where is God? We have no chance of seeing. Yeah, Nisha, it is a dead night for us. Dark night for us. And in that darkness, we don't see anything. So we don't see consciousness anywhere. And similarly, the same thing happens. The wise people don't see the world at all. They see it as divine, permeated everywhere. There is nothing but the divinity. So there is nothing. That it is important in spiritual sadhana. Nityam. Nityam means nirantar. Swamiji was one day singing, sadhan bhajan karore mon nirantar. Oh my mind, do spiritual practice day and night. Ramakrishna jokingly said, why are you saying such lies? Why not say morning and evening? That means we do. Even morning and evening we don't get time. Body takes us to the bed. Okay, little late, little this, that. Even if we come up, we sleep. So that's why it is the nityam. How can I do it continuous? This is a process to thinking that what I am seeing wrongly, my ignorant eye showing the world, it is not world, it is God Himself. It is the divine. It is me, I am thinking I am a human body. No, I am not a human body. There is the same consciousness is here, the Lord is here. So see here, so that every Upanishad says also, prati bodha viditam. This realization should be prati bodha, every pulsation of our heart, every experience of our heart, seeing, every hearing, every smelling, every tasting, every touching. Upanishad says, when you are walking, you see the sun touches your skin. It is the Lord touching you. Feel that is the touch of the Lord, divine. So this is, it may be a fantasy. For us, all fantasy. I am talking all these things. But this is the sadhana starts with that. And when that sadhana becomes intensified, then our practice becomes continuous. And that continuous sadhana is the necessity thing. Nityam, of course, here we find in this book, they have categorically divided the nityam in different philosophical corner. Shankaracharya says nityam means niyam purvak. Nityam niyamena gyam. Nityam means by rule, by regular practice, routine. We are not that high level student that I will do continuous and that's all. No. You make a routine, I will do this time meditation, try to see inside more. When I open eyes, I will do this. Again I will go in, again I will do. So make a routine of your niyam. Niyamena gyam. And some other scholars have made it is continuous, sarvada. And they said that, Dr. Radhakrishnan has said that it is eternal, that eternal which rests in the self should be known. It is nityam gyayam. That means all the time it is to be known. Nityam means continuously it is to be understood, and because it rests on the self. So, to 3 points, that this jiva, individual soul, the jagat, Thakur also says, jiv, jagat, ishar. Jiv, jagat, ishar. Jiv is individual soul, jagat is this one, and ishara, who inspires us, who is in the background. They are one. And it is, and that consciousness or that ishara is in our understanding, in our inside. And this is to be realized and experienced in our life. Chandogya Upanishad also says beautiful that light, Jadatta param divo jyotirdipate vishata prishteshu uttameshu anuttameshu lokeshu idagum bhava tajjat idam asmin tan antapurushe jyoti tadetat drishtancha srutancha iti upasita. Beautiful. It says that light which is in the space, that which fill in the whole space, outer space, that are light. And that light which reflects lights the whole universe, earth. And that light which is inside, that they are two, are one. Therefore, don't cry, I will have to see God. Say, I have seen God. Drishtancha, shrutancha. I have heard his voice in the sound, every sound. I have seen him in the light everywhere. So, this is a positive assertion. One important idea is that don't seek God, but see God. This inspiration is here. Drishtancha, say, I have seen him. Shrutancha, I have experienced him, heard him. All my 5 senses should resonate. We are denying God and saying, where shall I see God? And look at our life really. Have you seen God? What we say? Have you known God? No. I am trying to meditate and my mind does not go there and don't find anything. To say I don't find anything, there is a conscious entity, no? Is it not? I see you, to say that there is some conscious entity, no? I don't see you, to say that there is a consciousness behind. How can you deny the consciousness? So this is really a different approach of spiritual practice. different, totally different approach of spirituality, rather than always negative, I'm doing japa, nothing happening, it will happen, and it's a frustration, I don't see anything, I don't see any light, I don't see any halo, or something is coming up, dhap from the sky, nothing happening. So what is my spiritual practice? Why are you saying so? You are seeing God, say mentally, say, I am interpreting God in the language of name and form. Very simple. It is all Satchidananda, all the waves and ripples and bubbles and foam in the ocean. It is all nothing but H2O. And we are seeing the foam and bubble and this. Where is H2O? Where is H2O? Where is H2O? So that's why this Upanishad is emphasis. Drishtancha, Shrutancha. Say, I have seen him. That means I have seen him, but I, in this ignorant mind, is not accepting it. The eyeglass is to be changed. When I cannot read with this eyeglass, what do we go? We go to the doctor to take some new test, and they change the glass. So here, who will change my glass? In spiritual life, our own glass we have to change. The way we used to look at the world, way we think about God is to be changed. And it's Upanishad. That's why this Chandogya Upanishad is very high level Upanishad, and these verses are very powerful. And also, Chandogya Upanishad also says, Esha so Atma Antarhidaye Aniyan. This is the Atman, which is Antarhidaye, in the inmost recess of the heart. Say Upanishad declaring. What is Upanishad? What are Upanishads? Upanishads are the experiences of the sages, and they have expressed in the language. What they experienced, they are very kind to tell to their students when approached, and that is the language you are getting. What they are saying, the Esha Sa Atma, this Atman, Antarhidaye, is sitting in the heart of every, even in a grain, in paddy, in job, all these different types of seeds. In every seed, that energy is there. And it is finer than the finest. Javad, ba sarsapad, ba samakad, ba samakotandulad, ba esha sa atma antarhidaye. It is the minute than the minutest, living in a seed, a grain of rice, in barley, in paddy. So it is that means finer than the finest, smaller than the smallest, and also bigger than Jayan Prithibhya. It is vaster than the whole earth, Jayan Divo, far more than that of the infinite space. It is Jayan Ebbholokebha. It is vaster than that of this plane of existence in the gross level, subtle level, causal level, all lokas. So it is finer than the finest, subtler than the subtlest, and vaster than the vastest. But that is only one. See, this is the balance. Vedanta gives this unique balance, that I, in me, also the same reality. And that which is in the space, that which is in the sky, that is here, that is everywhere, all the lokas, planes, everywhere it permeates that same reality. So we have to meditate that way. So this is a process of meditation. Process of meditation. We are doing japa meditation, that's also process. But this also we can add to our sadhana, to think that whom we are searching here and there, he is in me. Whom I am searching is in the table, in the microphone, in the light, in the computer, in front of whatever I am seeing, feeling, in this cold feeling. AC, air condition, little cold, or feeling comfortable, whatever. The comfortable feeling, cold feeling, or hot feeling. You say, in every sensation, that consciousness is there, and that is to be understood this way, connecting there and here. It's a unique idea, no? This gives us hope sometimes, because we get frustrated after doing japa and meditation and not finding anything there, and we get frustrated, nothing happening. Why say so? Say, it is happening. I am here. And now what I am seeing, that is, I have to change my glass. Only mind. Teach the mind. It is, God is everywhere, and it is finer than the finest, greater than the greatest. Anur, Aniyan, Mahato, Mahiyan. The same idea in another Upanishad. It is finer than the finest, the atomic to subatomic. Finer than subatomic. It is so small, but it's so vast, and it is only one reality. This knowledge is called the Brahma-jnana. And this is a practice. It is not meant for a very special people. We can all do that. Nature worshippers, what they do? Beautiful flower, beautiful trees, beautiful garden. What a nature, what a beautiful nature, no? You are saying, glorifying the nature. Why not say it is consciousness manifesting? You are seeing consciousness, you are seeing God, you are Ramakrishna there. Put that idea. No one stops you to think like that. But Ramakrishna means name, not man. Not that one man in the one leaf, another man in the another leaf. Not that way. But Ramakrishna's consciousness permeates everywhere. And that consciousness you call Ramakrishna, you call Christ, you call Buddha, you call whatever you name, that is the same. But try to say, yes, I have seen, I am seeing, but not recognizing. Does it not happen that you know a friend, long past you have not seen each other, and suddenly appears, you see him but don't recognize? Does it not happen? It happens in our day-to-day life, in normal day-to-day life. Oh, sorry, I was calling someone, and he's saying, here I am. I mean, who you are, tell me. Hey, you don't recognize my voice. I don't recognize. But I know the voice is familiar, but I am not recognizing. Doesn't it mean that the object is not there? If I recognize the voice or don't recognize, does it make any difference with the presence of that person and my presence and connection? Similarly, whether I know it or not, if I say to my mind, I am seeing God, oh mind, you don't recognize it. Try to recognize it as God, as divine. It's a mental process, not to tell people outside. And there is no expression. And as spirituality goes deeper, it becomes more internalized. That's why you will find that in our Ramakrishna tradition, when the Swamis of high spiritual status, but in their expression you will not find that they are at all in gesture and posture. You don't find them, because they have internalized the spirituality. And we talk about all the social work, selfless work. Is impossible unless we raise our consciousness this way. Unless we see the consciousness in others, unless I see the oneness with me, why shall I care for others? No. We are happy with our own eating, sleeping, dying, and making all jokes and funs and one spending. What is the problem if someone is hungry? What is not? What is my problem if someone dies in front of me? Because people feel that connection, because there is that some sort of connection. We go by relationship, my son, my daughter, my father, my friend, my relative. This way we connect. And the spiritual person connects in a deeper level, as we are all, some say we are all children of God, some say the same reality pervaded here. So this is called the Brahma-jnana, and that's all pervaded, that reality which is embedded in every heart. That person is our adorable object we call the Ishta. That is our adorable, we call Ishta means chosen ideal. So we can choose our ideal in a name and form, but that is the ideal, that one who sarvavyapi, all pervaded, and sarvabhutantaratma, residing in the heart of all. When one realizes that truth, then that is called he has attained the fulfillment of life, and we call he is liberated. Jasmad Jnanantaram, Shankaracharya says, Jasmad Jnanantaram Parama Purushartha Siddhi, Tasmad Etad Geyamiti. By Jasmat Jnana Anantaram, after attaining that knowledge, Parama Purushartha Siddhi, your attainment, success, you have succeeded in reaching the Parama Purushartha, the greatest goal of life. That is Tasmat Etad. As that gives that Parama Siddhi, success and fulfillment, therefore you have to know our Brahman in this way, internally, externally, with eyes open, with eyes closed, with every sensation, with every feeling, that it is one consciousness. And to say that I have seen God, I am interacting with God, I may not recognize it. People say, I was living with him and I do not know his this nature. Sometimes people betray, and then the people say, I was living with him, he was hiding all the time. So God is hiding with us, and we are also, our eyes are such, we don't recognize. We see God, but we don't recognize it. But this practice is to be done so that one day it becomes much easier to identify with them. Gita and Bhagavat says, even that, Bhagavat itself, we read the Bhagavat Bhakti today, here it says that ahang sarveshu bhuteshu, I remain in all the bhutas, all created being, bhuto atma, as an atma of each individual. Avasthita, I stay, I reside in every heart of every created being, sada. Not one moment. Morning I am present. What happens? Have you seen Zoom meeting? Zoom meeting, then someone is blocked. That means he is doing something else. He is not attending fully, but you can see his nameplate, the square name, email name you can find, but my person is not there. So similarly, I am residing in every heart. Every being, I am there in the heart. Tam avaggayo, ignoring that my presence in every being, matta kurute archa vidambanam. They go to the temple and offer flower and incense and do all pujas. It is just a what shall you say? It is a really foolishness. That here comes, Bhagavat, we think Bhakti Grantha, but it is highest Vedanta, practical Vedanta. Whole Ramakrishna mission stands on this philosophy. To serve God in human being. In all being, that's great. At least to see God more than. Swamiji said and again, Matir Pratimaye, Ishwar Puja hoy. People worship in the image, clay image, thinking that it is mother, it is divine. Can it not be worshipped in living God? Where he is saying, I am hungry, I am thirsty. Can you not serve there? So it is a very beautiful verse, that it is all a blasphemy, or it is just a show of religion, ignoring God, ignoring me, who reside in the heart of every being, but not giving away. They go to worship the image, in the pratima, in the image of gods and goddesses. That means here it is a bhakti, philosophy, worshipping God in man or God in every being. That's why God, people are animal savior, no? What do you call animal activist? Animal, they are thinking God is there, we should try to protect. That's a good idea. But for what reason? Why? Because God is there. As God is in me, as God is in him. So these are one way of expressing, but they do not know the philosophy. But if you know the philosophy and use it, then it becomes spirituality. So that's why this Swami Vivekananda again and again says that that the God is as if shining in the heart of all. Where will you go to search for him? In your every effort, in every thinking, in every experience, everything should be connected with the divine. And Ramakrishna also said that this philosophy is to be applied in life. That's why Swamiji said, I want to bring the Vedanta which was preached in the forest into the broad daylight, in day-to-day life. That what is that? That is here. Etaj geyam nittameva atmathangastam. You have to really practice every day, all the time, that Atman is sitting in the heart and there is nothing more to know. He is here and he is everywhere, with eyes closed, eyes open, and to see that God is in a shining light, is present everywhere, in every experience, in every effort and every thought. Sri Ramakrishna said, individual soul is of the nature of the Satchidananda, but because of the Maya, they don't understand this reality. The same stick appears to be two, because it is put into the water, but this ego makes it separated. Therefore, we have to break the ego, small ego, and go to the nirguna ego, nirguna nirakar. So, practice is this very important practice we learned today, that Rabindranath Tagore also sang a beautiful song. Amon aral diye lukiye gele cholbe na. O Lord, it will not be well accepted if you just hide yourself and go away. Ebar hriday majhe lukiye boso. You sit in my heart, in a silent corner. No one from outside will know, only, and you are playing this hide and seek play in the world of appearance, no? And that's why I am searching countries here and there, and you are sitting in my corner of my heart. Tell me, O Lord, you will give your vision, give your touch with my life, and don't hide yourself from me. So, this practice is very nice practice. If we can do it 1 week, that let us see how it goes. Reading many verses is not important. Important if we can absorb this one idea, that is what is the truth? Truth is that it is only one reality. It is to be known only. This is to be known as eternally existing in oneself. The Lord resides in the oneself, one point, and there is nothing to be known beyond this knowing that He resides in here. And as a result, how it will come? As the meditation on or contemplation on the object, enjoyer, who is enjoying, and who is inspiring to connect these two, knowing that they are one, and that outside one, inside one, to identify in these two in one level. That is the practice we can do. And there is after attaining this, following this practice, nothing more to be known anymore. So now we can end here. This is the verse number 12. We will go for the verse number 13 next day. Why I cannot see? Some examples they are giving. The truth is very simple, one word, every class it will be repeated. But to catch it is the question. They are giving, as do you see the fire in the wood? No. This is wood. Where is the fire? Is there any fire? No, there is no, it's no fire. That's why it is here, I am here. But Banne, the fire is in the wood. How it is there? It is hidden. But you bring that environment condition, you see the fire, you put into the fire, then you see the same wood is becoming a source of energy, heat energy. No? So similarly, Brahman is everywhere, but you don't see, because you see from the exterior. Okay, so we end here, verse number 12, and read the verse number 13 next day. So if you have any question, we can discuss now. No one?
It's a very simple and easy to digest practice.
Yeah. We have to, all these teachings are very common teachings, but truth is very simple, no? But we make it complicated. We want to know truth in a complicated language, that's why we make so much philosophy. But truth is everywhere, all the time, and God is peeping through every eyes, through every object. Object of our love, object of our hatred. Do you believe hatred? How can it be hatred? God is there. I hate to see something, but God is there or not? That's the point. God is there in good. God is there in bad. What is good and bad? Suppose I have a standard idea, this is good. Below that is bad, it is better, best. So these are the levels created by my mind in conception. Light and darkness, is there any difference? What? Light and darkness, have we any difference? No? No. Why? One level of vibration we call light. It is above that vibration, light waves, my eyes cannot see. I get blinded. I said, oh, I was blinded by the headlight of the car. No? That means there is certain range of my eyes. Up to that, I say it is visible world. Below that, pitch dark night, I say I don't see anything. But is there light or not? Is there light or not?
Sure.
Is there? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. No, yes. Yes, but why yes? Because I don't see, but the night owl, night predator in the entire forest world, how the lions and other animals, they go for prey. Don't they see? That means for their eyes are set in such a wavelength, that wavelength of light is visible, make it visible. But my eyes are not set in that range, so you cannot say there is no light. Low wave, light waves, in the low frequency, higher frequency, highest frequency. All the phone calls are going on. Huh? All the waves are here, is it not? It is not manifested. But if you bring a particular phone and another phone call is connected together in that wavelength, but in this year, why I am not hearing that now? Are you hearing any phone call here? No. So you need an instrument, and that wave, when it comes to your ear, within the range of your ear, you can understand that. But you cannot deny that that is not here. Similarly, God is here or God is not here. What Swamiji taught, the Swamiji house, that day we are hearing. Swamiji told home, that boy or girl, that does God, can you see your eyes? Swamiji asked.
Oh, with
Carry wife's Ralph. Swamiji asked Ralph, Ralph, can you see your own eyes? No. So we cannot see our own eyes. But I can see with the reflection, the mirror. In a mirror we can see that. So you need, that's why we are seeing other, not my own eyes. I never see my own eyes, excepting you stand before the mirror. But through these eyes you see the whole world. So there is this consciousness inside behind these eyes, and there is consciousness behind your eyes, and everywhere is that. So this is the assertive idea of Vedanta, that don't say no, but say it is. I am seeing God. One idea Vedanta, neti, not this, not this, not this. But there is Satchidananda only. So another, the Bhakti school will say positive side. It is all God. But only the defect of this path is that unless matured, people will mess up. All these nonsense things, they will say, that's also God. At the beginning, no? At the beginning, you will have to make a discrimination between good and bad. And then a matured mind will come, there is no good, there is no bad, it is all God. In low frequency, high frequency.
When were you first able to experience this for yourself? Like, not know it intellectually, but when were you first able to look around and actually feel and see that everything's God, that there's no good or bad? Do you remember that?
What is the question?
When is the first time you had the experience of seeing God everywhere?
Oh my God.
Thank you for translating.
I have not. We are all students. Yeah. No, there are examples. These people whose photograph we are keeping, all these saints and seers, no, they see. Not necessarily, we are all, that's why we say we are all students of Vedanta. No, we are in the progress. But anyhow, we don't talk about those things, personal experiences. But anyhow, even then, it is, I have not seen, but so many people have seen. St. Patrick has seen. St. Patrick says Christ in the front, Christ in the back, Christ on the right, Christ on the left, Christ below, Christ above. Our Upanishad says, Ato Jyotirdipate, that light which shines in the interspace and in the sun and moon, the same light is in me. Their declaration of their experiences, no? That is enough. Ramakrishna has experienced all these things. Vivekananda has experienced. He said, Ramakrishna said, I have seen, I have experienced, like a pen I am holding it. It is so real. I have seen God like that. So, Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Tomorrow at 7:30 we will have gospel class. I will be giving that class tomorrow also. So the question, so consciousness is in face behind eyes. Yeah, if we say I am seeing, that we can say behind the eyes. That's a language. But he is behind, he is in front, he is in right, he is in left. Where is he not? So that is the point. Eh? And another question, in Inspired Talks, Shankara declared that all works, good and bad, are against knowledge. Why is that? Shankara says, declared that all works, good or bad, are against knowledge. Because that work you have to understand. Work means karma kando. The activities in those days, Vedas have two wings. One is called the karma kando, where they used to do home fire and all other rituals. Those home fire and other things used to do to gain merit. And out of that merit, after death, you will go to heaven and other things. Shankara says, all works, whether you do good, it can take you to heaven. If you do bad, that will take you to hell. But that will not give you liberation. That's why you have to go beyond karma. Only knowledge. But knowledge is also work for us, because we are mentally working on that knowledge. But actually what Shankara says, that if you are doing any work, thinking is also work, thought is also work. So good or bad thought, this also is in the domain of ignorance. But when you give, your mind does not function in this duality, then it is called knowledge. So go beyond duality, that is called knowledge. That is the idea Shankara said. Okay? Thank you all. And Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. To see you tomorrow, 7:30 p.m.